Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, thanks for tuning in. So the video that I'm making today is in regards to Final Fantasy VII, and the reason why I'm making this video is because I was really looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis on the mobile, but that game was, to me, in my opinion, it was a cash grab. I was really excited. I made a lot of videos regarding Final Fantasy Ever Crisis before it was released. It took a long time to come out, and I just wanted a definitive version of Final Fantasy VII to be able to play and enjoy. That never happened, and it was a major letdown for myself. I know a lot of you guys probably enjoy the game and really do like it, but not myself. I just thought it was a cash grab. It just wasn't for me. I loved the art style and the direction they went with the game. It would have been awesome for a reimagining of the original game, but it never came to fruition in my eyes anyway. So for that reason, I wanted a definitive version of Final Fantasy VII to be able to play in the palm of my hands and enjoy it. I don't know, I just had that light bulb moment, and I thought to myself, hey, why don't I see if I can actually get Seventh Heaven to work on the Steam Deck? So I started doing some research, checked out a few videos. Here we are. I managed to actually download Seventh Heaven for the Steam Deck and also put some mods on, and here it is looking in its glorious form. I will play the game and I will show you what I've done with the build and stuff and what mods I've put on, so maybe you can get an idea of what you want to do if you want to go down this route to play the beloved Final Fantasy VII. Now Final Fantasy VII for many a year was one of my favourite JRPGs of all time. It was the first RPG that I ever played to myself on the PlayStation 1, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Me and my friend Jamie used to play this a lot, and we used to go back and forth and try to compete with each other. After that, I completed the game many times and then just left it for years. Now, after many years, after playing Final Fantasy VII, I also played Chrono Trigger, and then that is one of my favourite games of all time as well, as it is for many people. And also, after Final Fantasy VII, I played Final Fantasy Tactics, and the very next game my brother bought me the Final Fantasy Anthology, I believe it was called, for the PlayStation 1, and that's when I first played Final Fantasy VI. So these three RPGs are my favourite games of all time. I can't pick one over the other because they are very unique in the way they are actually presented to you as a player, and they are very different in storytelling and also combat if you compare Chrono Trigger. So for that reason, I don't really pick one over the other. Anyway, let's get right into it then. So I ended up watching a video. I'll leave a link to this guy's YouTube channel in the description box down below, because this video helped me a lot. Don't do what I did, and I'll show you the build that I went through. And basically, I made some nightmarish things before I came across this video. So I thought, I know what I'm doing, because I already did this build on my PC, but then I ended up deleting it and stuff. And that was like 2-3 years ago, and I never ended up completing the game. And the reason why I didn't complete it was because when you're playing a desk job, and then the last thing you want to do is sit out a PC and play Final Fantasy VII. Well, that's the case for myself, and for that reason I thought, you know what, I need it to be in the palm of my hands. So I'm going to show you the modifications that I made, but don't make the silly mistakes that I did, because a lot of the mods on Seventh Heaven do clash with each other, and I kind of forgot that because I hadn't done it for a while, so that's why I had to go out and watch a video. But this dude's video really helped me quite a ton, so I'll leave, like I said, a link to his video in the description box down below, just in case you want to get an idea of how you want to do your build. I know there's a lot of people out there that do love Final Fantasy VII, and it is their favourite game as well. And leave some comments in the comment section down below. Let's have let's get some conversations going about Final Fantasy VII and the remake and rebirth, and we're eagerly awaiting part 3 as well. Well, I am myself. I really am wanting to wrap that story up, because they did leave us in a great big cliffhanger. And I'm not going to spoil it, because I know a lot of people haven't still played Rebirth because they're still stuck on the PlayStation 4, and even the ones that do have it on the PS5 probably haven't got around to playing it just yet. Anyway, so let's get right into it, and let me show you the modifications that I made to this game. So just before I show you in Seventh Heaven what I actually did with the game, I chose to go with this character style, like the model. I think it's called Chaos, just because he's got the Buster Sword, and yeah, I don't like the chibi style graphics, to be honest with you, even though they do look good on the actual Ever Crisis game, but I chose to go this route. And then I'm going to go into the menu here. So I chose this style of avatar. You can actually change this. There's a lot of settings and tweaking you can do on Seventh Heaven, and I'll get into it in a little while. Look how nice the actual UI looks, and everything is being updated. I'll just turn the volume up. because even the sound effects have been upgraded. The items, everything, it just looks so good. In my humble opinion anyway, I just think it looks really, really good. Let's turn it down just for the sake of the video. So yeah, I'm just going to quickly show you my build, and then we'll get into some gameplay footage, and then we can have a little chat whilst I play the game. You can change the frame rates and all that kind of stuff, so just give me 1 second and we'll get right into it.
One eternity later.
Okay, so I'll show you now. I'll just zoom in actually. Okay, so these are the mods that I actually added, and I added quite a lot. But what I didn't realize is that a lot of these clashed, so you can't have all of these on at the same time. And this is before I actually watched the video. So what you can do is use the mods that I've actually used. So when you go into it, it'll give you a description of what each mod actually does. So on here you'll get a description telling you what each mod actually does, and these help tremendously with how your game is going to actually look and perform. So I've got like the 30 to 60 frames gameplay, also got the 30 frames per second FMVs, which look really nice now. Before they were in 15 FPS. There you go, look. So this one actually gives you 30 to 60 frames per second gameplay. You can change the whole settings of the widescreen. You've also got voiceover now. I really also want to just take this moment and thank the modding community for 7th Heaven. You guys are amazing and you've done a great job with this game, and it just makes it so much nicer to be able to play the game in 2024. And this is the character design that I went with. It's called Chaos. It gives you a description there. It used to give you pictures and stuff, but it doesn't do that anymore. But you can actually go into it. Look, if I go into here and you can go to configure mod, oh, it does. They just changed it around a little bit. It's a little bit different now, so it shows you exactly what your character is going to look like, and you can change them around. There's just so many things you can actually do and tinker with in 7th Heaven. You just got to play around with it. It seems a little bit overwhelming at times. It did for myself anyway, but as you mess around with it and you change the settings and stuff and you go through it and take some time out, you really get the hang of it, and you'll be able to, choose the stuff that you need to choose, and it just makes the game so much better. The world overview and all that kind of stuff. There's just so much stuff on here that make the game look beautiful and amazing in 2024. So that's my setup that I've got here. So I'll just go up again, and you can have a look. I do apologize. I mean, like I said, I got trigger happy and I downloaded a lot of stuff that I didn't actually need to, and a lot of it does conflict, so you just got to be careful of what you select and what you don't. But this build here that I've got really works. So if you want to go down and just pause the video as you go along and just get an idea, what I did is I followed the YouTube tutorial that I watched, which I will link in the description box, and just copied exactly what he had and then just tinkered with it and just changed certain things for what I wanted the game to look like and stuff like that. So you can actually change the soundtrack and all that kind of stuff. I just went with the better quality soundtrack, but kept it original. You can have rearranged soundtracks and all that kind of stuff. You can also have different spell textures and all that stuff. So I've got that added on there now. So it just makes the game, more modernized for these times, because there is a great big upgrade from the original Final Fantasy VII. It didn't really age all too well, as you know. The characters looked really bad, the character models themselves, and now it's fully voiced as well, and we'll check that out in a second as well. So yeah, so that's my build, guys. I just thought I'd share that with you, and just to give you an idea of what that looks like. So now let's go ahead and have some fun and play the game, and also have a little chat about the design and the way it looks now. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, guys, it just looks so much nice and so much more cleaner, in my humble opinion. The character models, everything just looks so nice and crisp. I remember playing this way back in the day, and when I came to this scene, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, because I'd never seen anything like it, and I was just so drawn in. And even to this day, this scene really, like, I don't know, gives me so much like nostalgic feelings and stuff. The music, the atmosphere, everything obviously looks a lot better and a lot crisper now, with the added details and stuff. So again, hats off to the guys at 7th Heaven, man, for making this possible and, you know, making it look so nice. So let's go ahead and again have a look at some items and stuff. As you can see, everything's just had a great big overhaul, you know, it just looks so good.
Speak of the devil. Those red flashes mean we're passing through the ID checkpoint. Psst.
Quick look at the graveyard then, the train graveyard. We'll be coming back here later on at some point to, you know, proceed with the story. Ah, the classic save point.
Hey, what the hell are you doing? What out? Jeez. Oh, you came to see it too? I hear there was a terrorist attack above. Makes you think, if this tower ever came down, the slums would be dust. Well, no use worrying about it, is there? Check it out! It's awesome no matter how many times you look up.
Wow. Apparently every NCP is voice acted. That's you know, that's a tall order to be able to do that. There's a lot of characters in this game, and for them to have voice acting on, I think 95% of them, is amazing. Check that out, guys. Looks awesome. Now, don't get me wrong, the controls are still there, the clunkiness is still there, but I think that's just part of the nostalgic feeling of Final Fantasy VII. I'm glad they kept that there. But that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will do another follow-up video of the world map and stuff, because I think that's going to be the next big thing. I do want to show off the world map, but there's quite a big segment to go through to do that, so look out for part 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, please do like, share, subscribe. I want to thank each and every single one of you that has subscribed. And if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot. Leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. And I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.